on doing some fun arrangements today. Today is December 5th, and this is the Virtuoso Stage. We're going to be working out of my book, 100 Left-Hand Patterns Every Piano Player Should Know. Now, ordinarily, we usually have 4 separate lessons each month, and the first week we focus on essential piano exercises and cool songs from my various books. And then the second week we focus on learning more essential piano exercises. It's the theory therapy, where we focus on music theory, the practical application of music theory. The third week, we focus on innovative improvisation. And the fourth week, we focus on creative composition. This is the first week. We're going to forego playing and working on the cool song and the essential piano exercises this week. And this entire month, we're just going to focus on this book, 100 Left-Hand Patterns, because since it is December and since we are focusing on Christmas and the festivities, I thought it would be fun to play Christmas music all month long. Now, in this book, we actually have 5 different sections. Section 3 has Christmas music, and it's in a fake book, okay? Everything is in fake book format. Now, the reason why I created this book was to introduce 100 left-hand patterns, and then to introduce how you can take songs that are in fake book format and you can play around with it. You can make the music your own. In the Apprentice Stage, we were talking about just doing an octave interval with one hand or doing a perfect fifth interval. In the Maestro Stage, we talked about doing a fun, simple left-hand pattern where you embellish the left hand and the right hand plays. We did embellish it a little bit. We added the pinky was playing the melody, and then the chord was being played with the right hand below. So you're essentially playing the melody and the harmony with the right hand. In this lesson, we're going to, since it's a virtuoso stage, we're going to go above and beyond, and we're going to actually embellish the left hand. We're going to play the melody and the harmony with the right hand, but then we're going to embellish the right hand and really add a lot of notes and do some fun different stuff. Now, those of you who are attending live, I'll let you decide what Christmas song from the book you would like to have me arrange. We have Jingle Bells, we have Jolly Old St. Nicholas, Up on the Housetop, Deck the Halls, Joy to the World, God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, Oh Christmas Tree, Silent Night, Angels We Have Heard on High, Still, Still, Still. Okay, so we have quite a few different, there are 18 different Christmas songs in here. Bring a Torch, Jeanette Isabella, Good King Wenceslas, The Holly and the Ivy, The First Noel, Go Tell It on the Mountain, I Saw Three Ships, I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day, Dance the Sugar Plum Fairy, Away in a Manger, We Wish You a Merry Christmas. So those of you who are attending live, in the comments section, type what you'd like to learn, and then I'll teach you how to play that. That's also one of the perks of attending the live lesson. We can teach you, you can ask questions in the comments section, and then we can focus on what you would like to learn. So right now, Deck the Halls has been suggested. So let me go to Deck the Halls. This is actually found, and there are several of you who are attending live. Type a comment, leave a comment. Let me know what you'd like to play. We'll see if we can get 2 or 3 in this lesson. But Deck the Halls is right here. It's actually found on page 62. I want to have fun with this one. We're going to embellish. With the previous lesson in the Maestro Stage, we actually did I Heard the Bells on Christmas. We did on page 69, I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day, and we just did a nice, flowing, gentle New Age pattern. With Deck the Halls, I want to go crazy with some fun pop, rock, jazz, left-hand patterns, and we'll embellish the right hand as well. Let me go to the overhead view, and I'll show you what I mean. So Deck the Halls, this is Deck the Halls, okay? Now, the melody, again, the way a fake book is formatted, you only have the right-hand melody, and some people look at this and say, oh, it's so easy. Well, it can be as difficult as you want, okay? This right here, if you're only playing the melody, then yes, it's Very, very easy. But that's not what a fake book is designed for. It gives you the melody, and then you fake the right hand, you embellish and add to the right hand, and then it gives you the chord above each measure, and again, you fake or embellish that. So first off, I want to show you just the melody, what the melody is doing, and then I'm going to embellish the right hand and embellish the left hand, and we're going to play around with this. The melody for Deck the Halls does this. Pretty simple. I had a student actually who was here for an in-person lesson earlier today, a teenage student, and we were actually looking at this very song from this fake book, and I was having him do an octave interval with the left hand, and he was having fun, and he was going all over the keyboard because he was just doing an octave interval. And then we would have him go up high. And he was going all over, and that's fun. That's nice. But remember, from my 5 phases of playing from a fake book, that's phase 1. That's beginner level. Okay. We're going to jazz this up a bit. Now, Deck the Halls. Okay. Let me show you. This is kind of a fun way to jazz it up. If I go back in here to the jazz, blues, and boogie woogie section, so this starts in the book on page 10. We have jazz, blues, boogie woogie, left-hand patterns that I've created. Now, I'm going to choose, just for fun, we'll actually try this right here. This is pattern number 15. This is a Barrel House Blues left-hand pattern. So we have the perfect fifth, the major sixth, and we play C and G, which is the perfect fifth, then C and A, which is the major sixth. Then we go back to C and G, the perfect fifth. Then we play C and B flat, which is the minor seventh. And then we start doing some fun jazzed up left-hand patterns. Let me show you. This left-hand pattern is pattern number 15. And this is what it does. We play the perfect fifth, the major sixth, the perfect fifth, then we jump up to the minor seventh interval, then we go back to the perfect fifth, major sixth, perfect fifth, minor seventh interval, and that's all we're doing. Now, I like to put the second finger there so my thumb isn't doing a lot of jumping around. I like to have my second finger here, and then we're just moving occasionally with the thumb. Now, here's a variation. Okay, that, again, right here on page 10 from the book, this is the left-hand pattern I showed you. This is the variation. They're eighth notes. This is a fun jazz. Really, it's a 50s rock left-hand pattern is what it is. Now, I could do that anywhere. I'm just going up in half steps chromatically. Now, with the right hand, I could just play the melody. I'm really going to embellish it here in a minute, but for now, I'll just play the melody. Watch the left hand. Now, did you notice the quick chord changes? When we went to F, I didn't have time to do that entire pattern, or on G, I only had time to do, because the chord change, they're every quarter note, da, da, da. So we didn't have time to complete the entire pattern. So it's sometimes you have to watch how you are going to modify the pattern, but it's fun to try that. Now, with my left hand, I'm strictly following the pattern. With my right hand, I'm only playing the melody, but we're going to start to embellish this, okay? Remember how I said you can play the chord below the melody? Now, some people have asked and said, you're playing a lot more chords than what is written there. And I am. It's a fake book. We can fake it. Do you see in measure 1 how we have G, F, E, D, C, D, E, C? Well, we only have a C major chord written above. So I could play the C chord coming down, and I could play the C chord whenever we have notes for a C chord. C chord, C chord, and then we go to G chord, C chord, F chord, G chord, C chord. So I could do that. I was even going a step beyond that. I was playing the C chord and then dropping down every single note. I was playing a chord with every single note that may have been different than the C. I started with a C major, then I went to F major, then I went to C major, then I went to G major, C major, G major, C major, C major, G major, C major, F major, G major, C major, G major, C major, G major, C major. So I'm taking every note, I'm playing chords, 3-note chords with every single note coming down. I'm really embellishing the right hand, but it's fun. It gives it this coming down. And again, we're playing all chords with the right hand. The pinky is playing the melody. Now, when you're playing something like a 50s rock or a jazz, you're going to start to incorporate a blues scale, either the minor blues scale or the major blues scale. So for now, we're going to incorporate the major blues scale. Now, the major blues scale, think of playing a C sixth chord. This is C, E, G. With the A, if I play C, E, G, A, that's a C sixth chord in root position. E, G, A, C is a C sixth chord in first inversion. So now we have C, D, E flat. This is a whole step from C, half step, and then we have E, G, A, C. We'll just break it apart. That's a C major blues scale. It's really a variation off of the A minor blues scale, but I don't want to confuse you too much. But that's a C major blues scale. Well, if I'm doing my left-hand pattern, I can start to incorporate that. Okay, I'm going up and down, playing this progression, this pattern. Well, if you start to incorporate that with Deck the Halls, see, I'm already getting ahead of myself. You can start to put in crushed notes, okay? Or think of it like a grace note, but a crushed note is when you play all of the notes together at the same time. If I played G, C, D, E all together, and then I quickly let go of the D, it creates a crushed effect. Same thing if I play C, D, E, G, but I'm going to actually play E flat to the E. Okay. In country music, it's referred to as hammerings. Okay. Hammering is effect like you're playing the keyboard or the piano as you would a guitar, where you can slide up on the strings. Now, you can't do that on the keyboard, but this is as close as you can get. So you can start to play around with that. Now, this is Deck the Halls. I'm going to play this, but I'm going to embellish the right hand a little. Well, I was going to say a little, quite a bit. The left hand is still doing this pattern. Now, I just went up using the major blues scale. So I finished here, and then I went up an octave using that blues scale to go up. So then when we start again, we're up an octave higher. Let's see. And you can really start to play around and just go up and down the keyboard, performing and practicing this. Let me show you as an example. I'll show you two quick examples. Okay. So here I have my book, Jazzed About Christmas. And here I have my book, Jingle Those Bells. Now, you can get both of these on Amazon. You can buy the paperback book on Amazon. You can buy the PDF book on my website. As an example, with Jazz About Christmas, these are more early intermediate level. We have 18 Christmas songs. And as an example, I do have an arrangement in here of Deck the Halls, but it's very simple. It's very basic. But the left hand is doing a left hand pattern. This is a different left hand pattern, but the right hand is primarily playing the melody. Okay. So if I played that left hand pattern, Okay, it's a simple piece. Jingle Those Bells is more intermediate to advanced level. Now, this book is much more advanced. Here is a 50s rock Jingle Bells, since I was just doing the 50s rock style. Look at this. It's that 50s rock left-hand pattern I just did with Deck the Halls, but now I do it with Jingle Bells in this variation. Let me show you right here. This is 50s rock Jingle Bells. See. Okay, and it goes on for another 2 or 3 pages. But you can see this one is really kind of all over the place. And it's fun. It's a fun piece. Okay. It goes on for, I didn't want to play the whole thing, but it goes on for a few pages. But it's fun to have the students, however young or old we are, try to play fun, different pieces like this. Again, this is from Jingle Those Bells. In this book, I have different arrangements of Jingle Bells, the entire book. We have the Jingle Bell Ballad. It's a very ballad style. We have New Age Jingle Bells. We have Broken Russian Jingle Bells. We have a Boogie Woogie Jingle Bells. We have Barrel House Blues Jingle Bells. We have 80s Pop Jingle Bells. And then we end with the 50s Rock Jingle Bells. So fun, different variations. But again, those are 2 different Christmas books that I came out with a few years ago to help students have fun playing the piano. And again, it's my headphones are falling off from rocking out and jamming on the piano. But it's fun to go through and take a simple piece, simple song, and that's all we did with this book. 100 left-hand patterns. It's taking a song in fake book format and playing around with it, where you can take what I have shown you with the left-hand patterns and then take the fake book song and then make it your own. That is what is so exciting and fun about doing this. You become the composer. You become the arranger. So work on that. I already showed in the Apprentice Stage and the Maestro Stage, I already showed my arrangement of Joy to the World. I refer to it as bringing joy to the world, so I probably won't show that here, but you can go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Gerald Simon, and that's JeraldSimon. But I'd love to have you watch my music video, Bringing Joy to the World. You can listen to it on Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, Amazon, any streaming site. But it's fun to take any song, whether it's a Christmas song or not, and make it your own. That's what I hope to do with these lessons. Teach you how to take music, learn how to start arranging, improvising, and then start composing music of your own. It becomes your music. It's no longer something that someone else wrote. It's not my music. It's not my arrangement. It becomes yours because you are the one to actually work on it and create and do something with it. So hopefully that helps. But let me know if you have any questions. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. See you. Bye. You are welcome. Thank you.